Welcome to This Time with Daniel and just me today. So I just got back from watching Dumbo. I know we are super late with this review, but I promise you it's worth... Okay, listen. It's okay. Let me get into it. Dumbo was directed by Tim Burton, which feels like his 1000th collaboration with Disney at this point, and when Tim Burton was announced to be the director of this movie, you know that kind of comes with a certain visual style. When you look at all of Tim Burton's movies from all the way from the late 80s to all the way till now, they all have a very similar look and feel to them, and Dumbo definitely has that. So when I went to go see this today, I actually made a point of seeing it not in 3D because I know how dark his palette usually is. And I'm so glad I did, but also, oh my god, this movie is so dark. There are scenes in this movie that take place during the day, and the lighting and everything on it seems so dark. It just, visually, this is a very dark movie, and that actually helps to an extent with the visual effects when it comes to Dumbo, who isn't in the movie a whole lot, but when he is in it, like you could definitely tell it's CGI. It doesn't look photorealistic. This doesn't look like something that you would see at Favreau with Jungle Book or Lord of the Rings or anything like that. The visual CG isn't there, but Dumbo's cute. He has a very distinct style, and he's just adorable to look at. Dumbo was my favorite part of this movie. That being said, the human characters in this movie, I just couldn't grow attached to them. You know, you have Colin Farrell in this, you have Danny DeVito in this, you have Michael Keaton back working with Tim Burton again, and none of them are just super likable. I would say the closest I came to liking a character, was Eva Green's character, who she plays like a high flying trapeze artist, and I really liked her character. Just she's so introduced so late into the movie, so you don't really get too much time to grow attached to her. And I feel like just the kind of sequence of events in this movie just kind of happen. It doesn't really feel like a real flow, or it doesn't really feel like these characters, these circus performers, are really struggling to make a living. You know, this movie starts off and it's kind of setting up that this is the traveling circus and everything's happening. They go city to city, everything's good. Then you see the reality of that right at the beginning of the movie, that they're not actually doing well. And I liked that total transition from how the movie started, but it doesn't really go anywhere, and you don't really feel that these people are struggling, because as soon as that happens, Dumbo comes into the picture, and then Michael Keaton comes to save them, so you never really see the struggle too much, which I would have loved to see a little bit more. I get it that it's a kid's movie, but you want something to kind of attach yourself to, right? I would say, though, like, whenever you see Dumbo fly, which you see him fly throughout the movie, it never really reaches that peak feeling when you first see him fly at the very beginning of the movie. It never really reaches that heights again, no pun intended. If you're a fan of the original movie, I would say, yeah, check it out when it comes to streaming, but for everybody else, I think it's safe to say, skip it. That was our review of Dumbo. Sorry it was so late. I know we're usually on top of these reviews. If you like what we're doing, please comment, like, subscribe. You already know that we have the movie podcast that comes out every single Monday, so definitely subscribe to us across Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all over the place. You'll be able to find us the links in the description below. That was This Time, and we'll see you next.